Thank you very much. Today, I noticed that the Attorney General has sent my old friend to come and receive the petition. But today there is no friend, there's only a human man to tell God federally that this is giving movement. Petition for expedited filing of cases related to the true family bill. And this is because the Chief Justice of Ghana, through the Judicial Service, has indicated that the Attorney General and Minister for Justice is failing to live up to his responsibilities. He shall file the documents 14 days after the case was filed. In 63 days and counting, he's failed to do his job and obey his assignment. We've given him military protection so that he should be able to do his work well, to do his work. We refer to the Supreme Court ruling on Wednesday, 17th July, when a five-member panel deferred ruling on 2 cases brought before it, and when you were expected to file your documentation relating to one of these cases within a stipulated time frame, which has since elapsed. This ruling effectively prevents Parliament, even if temporarily, from executing its constitutionally mandated responsibility of transferring the bill to the presidency. The Supreme Court furthermore suggested an early trial, signaling that they will potentially work to hear and rule on the matter in a timely manner. We wish to bring to your attention that the Chief Justice has written to us, indicating that the office has failed to file its documentation, and this is a major contributory factor at the heart of the current delay in proceeding with the hearings. This has apparently undermined the Supreme Court's intention to proceed with an early trial. We find that in the profound statements that the Attorney General made to the judges last week, when he indicated that the 114 outstanding Galamsey cases will be cleared within 1 month if the judges will give expeditious instructions. In our view, the electric petition cases are a good example of how this will be done. And so we are calling on the CJ to speed up the process related to hearing the cases of the pro-family values bill, which have been hanging for 10 weeks with no action. Similarly, we believe that the Chief Justice's response that often delays in the filing of documentation by staff of the agency is at the root of the slow pace of court hearings is equally valid, and the case of the pro-family values bill provides a classic example of how the office's delay in filing has reportedly undermined the process for timely hearings. Beyond this, you were invited to Parliament in September 2022 to make input. This request was effectively honored after a year in October 2023, when the Attorney General appeared in person to make submissions and address the Committee of Parliament. The issues we raised were taken on board and addressed. Parliament then spent another 6 months working on the second consideration stage, where over 100 amendments were filed and debated in great detail before the third hearing and the unanimous passing of the bill by Parliament on 28 February 2024. It has been a very long journey. Clearly, the bill before the Supreme Court has gotten to this stage at very great cost to the peaceful and culturally proud and sensitive people of this country. And we the citizens expect nothing less than that each branch of government should do their duty. Ghanaians are calling on and expect every elected or appointed officer in the judiciary system and the executive to work diligently and expeditiously in performing their duty so that no suspicions are fueled. At this point, proponents of the pro-family values bill, together with the National Coalition for Property, Human Sexual Rights and Family Values, Advocates for Christ Ghana, the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, the Methodist Church of Ghana, the Catholic Church of Ghana, the Assemblies of God Church Ghana, the Pentecostal and Charismatic Council, Perez Chapel International, Royal House Chapel International, traditional rulers and traditionalists led by Numobel and Fohier President, the Muslim Ummah in Ghana under the leadership of His Eminence, the Chief Imam, and all other Christian ecumenical bodies and groups across the nation, petition you to act in accordance with your constitutional mandate and to 1. Take urgent steps to complete filing the documentation, if any, related to the case you have made, so that you are not guilty in the eyes of the citizens of delaying court processes, which was the very complaint the Chief Justice made last week.
on behalf of the over 90% of Ghanaians, in fact 93%, according to the CPD report of 2021, who want our religious, cultural, and social norms preserved, and critically, who expect that our children will be protected from Western neo-colonialist notions, and especially LGBTQI practices that have been shown to have immense negative impact on the health and well-being of human beings, we submit this petition for your urgent action in promoting our welfare. Article 1.1 of the 1992 Constitution states, the sovereignty of Ghana resides in the people of Ghana, in whose name and for whose welfare the powers of government are to be executed. God bless you. God bless our homeland Ghana. God bless us all, and ensure that the Attorney General does the work that he has to do, so that we are not told that our petition was missing. We are giving you 2 copies of the petition, so that if one gets missing, the other one will make it to the Attorney General. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Honorable Sir George.
Thank you all very much. Thank you all very much. And indeed, thank you all very much. The Attorney General, or the Office of the Attorney General, only realized this morning that your good self will be coming here. And unfortunately, he is also able to be here in the position. And of course, and the deputies are also engaged in other matters. However, he insisted that I come here myself to receive the petition on his behalf. So I will give you the default as your good self are requested. So Isaac Spencer, I'm the spokesperson to the Office of the Attorney General, and I hereby acknowledge the receipt of this petition. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. So, we are moving to the Supreme Court to do another presentation to the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. So, leadership will do that for us. Showay. So, please go back. Go back. Let me.
This petition is for expedited hearing on cases related to the pro-family values bill. We refer to the Supreme Court ruling on Wednesday, 17th July, where a 5-member panel deferred ruling on 2 cases brought before it, and where you, the Chief Justice, stated that you will incorporate your ruling on these cases into your final judgment. In your statement, the Supreme Court made reference to having, and I quote, an early trial, assuring us that it will work expeditiously to hear and rule on these matters in a timely manner. Unfortunately, over 10 weeks later, there is no indication of any schedule or action to execute an early trial that will protect our rights as citizens to timely and efficient justice delivery in this instance. Without speedy scheduling of the hearings, further time will be lost, potentially preventing the conclusion of the bill this year, and further risking 3 years of time and resource investments in this draft bill, and precipitating the need for more time and investment in this bill if you see the light of day. This will result in significant financial cost to all stakeholders, including the citizen and state. Overall, such an outcome will undermine the legitimate hopes and aspirations of over 90% of Ghanaians to obtaining justice in this matter. We are mindful of the extraordinary discretionary powers bestowed on you, the Chief Justice, and judges of the Supreme Court in general, which have been exercised, for example, during election petition hearings, specifically where the CJ has provided explicit instructions to lawyers to do their filing strictly within specified time frames for hearing to be completed in time. This position is further buttressed by the comments of the Attorney General, Godfrey Dame, to the judiciary last week, that 1 month is reasonable time for all the outstanding 140 Galamsey cases to be dispensed with. Of the Pro-Family Values Bill, together with the National Coalition for Proper Human Sexual Rights and Family Values, the Advocates for Christ Ghana, the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, the Methodist Church of Ghana, the Catholic Church of Ghana, the Assemblies of God Ghana, the Pentecostal and Charismatic Council Ghana, Perez Chapel International, Royal House Chapel International, traditional leaders led by Numo Belenfo present here, traditionalists, the Muslim Ummah, led under His Eminence, the Chief Imam of the Republic, and all other Christian ecumenical bodies and groups across the nation, including Arise Ghana and Concerned Drivers Union, petition you as follows. 1. To please, and we plead, schedule hearings for the two aforementioned cases immediately as a matter of urgency within the next 2 weeks, so that the cases can be determined. 2. To take steps to ensure that the rulings on these cases are readily available to feed into the completion of the national legislative processes on the Pro-Family Values Bill in line with Article 106 of the Constitution. 3. To provide kindly directions for a long-term solution that ensures timely and effective access to justice for all citizens, even during judicial breaks and vacations. On behalf of the over 90%, in fact 93%, according to the CDD report of 2021, who want our religious, cultural, and social norms preserved, and critically who expect that our children will be protected from Western neo-colonialist notions, and especially LGBTQ practices that have been shown to have immense negative impact on the health and well-being, and taking cognizance of the ruling succinctly given in 59 pages by His Lordship Justice Abdullahi Tanko, JSC of the Supreme Court, and a quorum ruling by Justice Yoni Kolenji stating the position of the Supreme Court on LGBTQI and homosexuality in August this year, we plead that the Chief Justice, a mother, a Christian, a preacher of the gospel, and a judge of the Supreme Court would fully appreciate and understand the grave implications of not acting timeously on this matter. Article 1.1 of the 1992 Constitution refers that the sovereignty of Ghana resides in the people of Ghana, in whose name and for whose welfare the powers of government are to be exercised. We hope that the Chief Justice will act expeditiously. God bless you, God bless our homeland Ghana, and God bless us all. For the avoidance of any mistakes, we are presenting you 2 copies of the petition. In case one gets missing, the other will find its way to the Chief Justice. Thank you.
Bring the representatives to
the registrar of the Supreme Court. We are most grateful. Extend